Chuck Norris, a figure synonymous with strength, perseverance, and resilience, now finds himself facing an immense personal loss. Passing of his beloved mother, Wilma Norris, has left him in mourning, and in a heartfelt tribute, Chuck shared with the world that Wilma went home to be with Jesus on a Wednesday morning. Her death marks the end of a remarkable journey of 103 years, one that touched countless lives with love, faith, and wisdom. The loss of such an influential figure in Chuck's life cannot be understated. Wilma was not just a mother to Chuck, she was the foundation upon which his values, his faith, and his very identity were built. In the days following Wilma's passing, Chuck took to social media to share his grief with the world. He expressed his sorrow but also his deep sense of gratitude, remembering his mother not only as the woman who raised him but as a beacon of light and love in their family. Her love reflected God's grace, Chuck said, as he paid tribute to a woman whose unwavering faith and deep sense of compassion shaped the lives of everyone around her. For Chuck, the loss is not just of a mother but of a spiritual guide, a woman who showed him the true meaning of kindness, compassion, and selflessness. Growing up in different states, Oklahoma, Kansas, and California, Chuck was shaped by the love and care of his mother. Wilma's laughter, which filled their home, was not just the sound of joy but the embodiment of a spirit that radiated warmth and comfort. Chuck reflects on how, even during difficult times, her laughter and her constant presence brought peace to their household. Her hugs, he says, provided a sense of safety and protection that he will forever cherish. For Chuck, these memories are etched into his heart, and they remain some of his most treasured moments. As he recalls his childhood, Chuck speaks of the lessons his mother taught him. Early on, she instilled in him the importance of kindness and compassion. Wilma, with her gentle demeanor and quiet strength, showed Chuck how to treat others with dignity and respect, no matter their background or circumstances. Her love was unconditional, and she had a remarkable way of making everyone feel special. Chuck often reflects on how Wilma would put the needs of others before her own, embodying the very essence of selflessness. Her ability to connect with people, to make them feel seen and valued, was something Chuck admired deeply, and it was a quality he sought to mirror throughout his life. Wilma's life was a testament to the power of faith. She was a woman whose relationship with God was at the core of everything she did. Her faith was not just something she spoke about but something she lived daily. Chuck describes her as a woman whose love for Christ was reflected in the way she treated others. Her prayers were a constant in the Norris family's life, and it was through her prayers that Chuck found the strength to face the challenges of his own life. He remembers how, during moments of doubt or difficulty, his mother's faith was a source of strength, offering him the peace and clarity he needed to keep going. For Chuck, Wilma's love was not just a reflection of her faith but a reflection of the grace of God. In his tribute, he expressed his gratitude for the countless lessons she taught him. These weren't just lessons about kindness or compassion, but about living a life that reflects Christ's love. Wilma's example was one that Chuck carried with him throughout his life, both in his personal relationships and in his career. The values she instilled in him, love, humility, generosity, became the foundation of his identity, and it was these same values that endeared him to millions of fans worldwide. Despite the fame and success Chuck achieved over the years, it was always Wilma's voice that echoed in his heart. When faced with challenges, he often found himself thinking of his mother's words, her guidance, and her unwavering belief in him. Chuck credits much of his success to the lessons his mother taught him, lessons that were deeply rooted in faith, family, and love. His mother's influence can be seen not only in his personal life but also in the way he carried himself throughout his career. Wilma's legacy lives on in Chuck's values, and her impact continues to shape him even in her absence. Chuck also reflected on the kindness and compassion that his mother showed to others. Wilma had a remarkable ability to make people feel loved and cherished, often going out of her way to help those in need. Chuck remembers the way she would open their home to others, always offering a kind word, a warm meal, or a listening ear. Her hospitality was legendary, and it was this open-heartedness that made Wilma a beloved figure in their community. Chuck has always carried this sense of generosity with him, always striving to show others the same kindness and warmth that his mother had shown him. As Chuck navigates the grief of losing his mother, He finds comfort in the knowledge that her life was a life well lived. Wilma was 103 years old, and in those years she had touched the lives of so many people. Her influence extended far beyond her immediate family, as she was a woman who gave freely of her time, her energy, and her love. Chuck acknowledges that, while he will forever miss his mother, he takes solace in knowing that her legacy will live on through the countless lives she impacted. Her spirit, her strength, and her unwavering faith will continue to guide him and his family in the years to come. Chuck's tribute to his mother is filled with gratitude, admiration, and love. It is a reminder of the profound impact a mother can have on her children and the world around her. Wilma Norris may have gone home to be with Jesus, but her legacy will endure in the hearts of those who knew her. Her love, her faith, and her example will continue to inspire future generations, and her memory will live on in the lives she touched. For Chuck Norris, the loss of his mother is a deep and personal one, but it is also a reminder of the power of love and faith to endure even in the face of loss. For Chuck, the loss of his mother is a poignant moment in his life, one that brings with it a flood of memories and a deep sense of gratitude for the woman who was not just his mother, but his mentor, guide, and spiritual anchor. As he looks back on his childhood, he is filled with warmth and love for a woman whose every action spoke of compassion, faith, and an unshakable love for her family. Wilma was more than a mother. She was a cornerstone of the family, a source of stability and unwavering support. Her love was the kind that enveloped those around her, leaving an indelible mark on everyone she encountered. Chuck's memories of his mother are vivid and full of emotion. He recalls her comforting presence when he was a child, how her voice, soothing and filled with warmth, would bring him a sense of calm even in the most turbulent of times. Her hands, he remembers, were always there to wipe away his tears, to hold him when he needed it, and to guide him when he lost his way. As a child, Chuck may not have understood the depth of his mother's sacrifices, but as an adult, he looks back with an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the countless ways she shaped his life. Growing up in Oklahoma, Kansas, and California, Chuck's early life was filled with change and transition. But through it all, Wilma remained a constant. It was her strength, resilience, and unshakable faith that provided a steady foundation in the midst of the chaos of moving from place to place. Chuck recalls how his mother would find ways to create a sense of home wherever they went. Whether it was through simple traditions like family dinners or through the love she poured into the home she created, Wilma made sure that no matter where they lived, their family was always grounded in love. Well guys, what are your thoughts? Do tell us in comment section. Thanks for watching.